what we were interested in hearing about is what led you and Kathleen to start doing this ministry.
Okay. About 6 years ago, the session church decided that they were going to put a gate across the driveway in the back, the alley in the back of the church. And it was the main reason was because people were starting to sleep in the driveway and on the flower bed, basically, that was between the Child Development Center and that alley. Unfortunately, that led to children walking through there where they had been sleeping and stepping in other stuff as well. And so it was kind of nasty. And so the session decided after doing that, they wanted to be sure that people in the downtown area here didn't feel like they were being pushed away and they were being shunned and forced out. And so they wanted to have coffee for people that would come around on Sunday morning. And so Kathleen and I decided to start coming and help do that. It evolved. It started out with them making like 12-cup pots and bringing them out and pouring them into a big insulated container, and then making another pot and bringing it out. And so we changed and we got a big 100-cup pot that was being used by the night shelter. We just borrowed it for Sunday mornings until such time as we had enough money to buy one and then a second one. So now we have two 100-cup pots. The main thing that we started doing was we started doing it in the courtyard, and we started serving bread. And we have it's grown to we have about 5 or 6 people now that make all different kinds of homemade bread, and we serve that with the coffee. We also have Kimmy Nix brings hard-boiled eggs. She brings 5 or 6 dozen, varies, but 4 to 6 I think is probably what she does normally. Martha Kimes makes homemade banana bread. Martin Leifelt makes banana bread. I make about 3 different kinds of bread. I make wild blueberry banana bread and cinnamon raisin bread. Those things are all extremely popular, and so the people come, and it's we talk about it as a safe place. It's a place that they can come and they can visit with their friends. They can talk about sports, they can talk about church, they can talk about the Bible, but they can talk in safety and with people that they know, and nobody's going to hassle them. It's private property, nobody else bothering them. It's not like Hurt Park, where you have the Georgia State uniforms come walking through and sort of corralling people. Here, it's just us, and they love it. So we've built a relationship with a lot of people, and they know they're welcome to come to church. And so we have 6 or 8, I think, that are regular. A few others come sporadically. They love the church service. They tell us about it the next week when we see them on Sunday morning. So it's a really significant thing, we think, for the church to be open about, inviting people that are living on the street. And the vast majority of people that are here on Sunday morning are actually living on the street. Sometimes they have the opportunity to stay somewhere like Gateway or some other place, but those are temporary places. Mm-hmm. And by and large, these folks, if you've ever been on MARTA going in from 5 Points to Georgia State, you'll pass a huge encampment of tents on the north side of the tracks. And there's tents, and there's even a couple of small tables and some chairs. And there are places like that all over in the downtown area under these overpasses. So they're very creative in trying to find a place. But what we provide is people that bring all this stuff on their own. The only thing that the church pays for is the actual coffee and the milk and the sugar. But everything else we bring. So, and the church is the beneficiary, I think, and the people that come are the beneficiary.
But do you feel like what do you get out of it? Do you feel like you get a gift out of it at all?
We do. Kathleen and I both have talked about this many times. We think that it's just a natural part of what we are at church for, as far as relationships and meeting other additional people, talking to them. And they have in building relationships so that people that are here feel comfortable coming up to us and saying, I've got a question. I've been wondering about this. I heard this preacher say this, and we can talk. And so that has been one of the best things, I believe, is that people feel comfortable, feel like they know us, call us by name, and know that we can talk. And we're not preaching to them. We're not saying you've got to come here and be saved, or we're just here to talk, and we're here to be a friend.
And to listen.
And I think having somebody listen to them is probably a rare experience for them, because they're not in a position to talk to other people other than trying to get something. Trying to find food or trying to find this or that. But as far as just having open conversation that they've initiated with somebody whose name they know is a big deal. And they tell us that. We're not just intuiting that. We're just making it. They tell us that. And it's very meaningful to them. And to us, likewise.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We could talk for a long, long time.
We could.